This inspired prophecy is altogether upbuilding and beneficial. Look at the courageous example of the prophet himself. He was fearless in proclaiming an unpopular message to a godless people. He spurned fellowship with the wicked. He appreciated the urgency of Jehovah's message, giving himself wholeheartedly to Jehovah's work and never quitting. He found God's word to be like a fire in his bones, and it was the exultation and rejoicing of his heart. May we ever be so zealous for the word of Jehovah. May we also give loyal support to God's servants, as Barak did to Jeremiah. This sincere obedience of the Rechabites is also a splendid example to us, and so is Ebed Melech's kindly consideration for the persecuted prophet. The word of Jehovah that came to Jeremiah was fulfilled with astounding accuracy. This certainly strengthens faith in Jehovah's power of prophecy. Take, for example, the prophecy fulfillments that Jeremiah himself survived to see, such as the captivity of Zedekiah and the destruction of Jerusalem, the dethronement and the death in captivity of King Shalom, Jehoahaz, the taking captive of King Coniah, Jehoiakim, to Babylon, and the death within 1 year of the false prophet Hanani. All these prophecies and more were fulfilled just as Jehovah had foretold. Later, prophets and servants of Jehovah also found Jeremiah's prophecy authoritative and beneficial. For example, Daniel discerned from the writings of Jeremiah that Jerusalem's desolation must be 70 years. And Ezra drew attention to the fulfillment of Jeremiah's words at the end of the 70 years. Daniel 9, verses 2, 2 Chronicles 36, verses 20 and 21, Ezra 1 1, Jeremiah 25, 11 and 12, and chapter 29 and verse 10. On the occasion when he established the celebration of the Lord's evening meal with his disciples, Jesus indicated the fulfillment of Jeremiah's prophecy concerning the new covenant. Thus he referred to the new covenant by virtue of my blood, whereby their sins were forgiven and they were gathered as Jehovah's spiritual nation. Luke 22:20, Jeremiah 31, verse 31 to 34. The Spirit begotten ones brought into the new covenant are the ones whom Christ takes into a covenant for the kingdom, to rule with him in the heavens. Reference is made to this kingdom a number of times. In Jeremiah's prophecy, amid all the denunciations of faithless Jerusalem, Jeremiah pointed out this ray of hope. Look, there are days coming, is the utterance of Jehovah, and I will raise up to David a righteous sprout. A king will certainly reign and act with discretion, and execute justice and righteousness in the land. Yes, a king called Jehovah is our righteousness. Jeremiah 23, 5 and 6. Again, Jeremiah speaks of a restoration, and they will certainly serve Jehovah their God and their king, whom I shall raise up for them. Chapter 30 and verse 9. Finally, he tells of the good word that Jehovah has spoken concerning Israel and Judah, to the effect that in those days and at that time, Jehovah will make sprout for David a righteous sprout, so as to multiply his seed, and so that there will be a son ruling as king upon his throne. Chapter 33, verse 15 and 21. As surely as a remnant returned from Babylon, so will the kingdom of this righteous sprout execute justice and righteousness in all the earth. Luke 1, verse 32.